Okay, hey, this is Todd. How you doing? I wanted to take a moment here to talk about closing. I know elsewhere in Box there's other videos and recordings about closing, but I specifically want to talk about closing over the phone, but more importantly, getting the right premium. We see agent sales come through our office every day, and there's nothing. A sale is a sale, and that's great. And there's always a reason to have low premium. Even my best salespeople have low premiums. But one thing I notice is my home office call center agents easily by far have higher premiums than outside the office. And my home office agents have better placement and persistency. Now, I'm not saying that to pour salt on anybody's wound. I'm saying it because I want to make a point here. We've been at this 14 years, and the way we close has been the same for a very, very long time. And I just want to discuss on this call very quickly, no more than 15 minutes tops, how we close, how we get the premium that we do, and we make sure it's the right premium. And I'm going to challenge you that if your mindset is used to small premiums, or you have the mindset, well, these people just can't afford that much, or they don't have that much money, if you're going to continue with that mindset and not follow our training, you're going to continue writing small premiums. You're going to continue to work harder, not smarter. Because a sale is good. It makes you feel all good, warm, and fuzzy inside. But at the end of the day, it's also writing a good piece of business and making a decent living at it. So it's a very simple concept. In fact, it's so simple that if you're taking notes, you don't have to take that many notes. If you're following our sales script, it's all in our sales script. But I'm just going to give you some tips on what to listen for and how to write the right premium. Number one thing on writing good premium is listen to me. I know that's like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of arrogant. It's a little arrogant on his part. It may be, but in all honesty, I follow my script every time to a T. Like people tell me, oh, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Those are the ones who always reinvent the wheel. The ones who just say, yeah, just show me how to do it, and they just do it. Those are the ones who follow the script and they don't think. Think about how easy it is to not have to think during a sales call. That's where our script has been designed to do that for you. So here's the idea. All right. So when we're doing a pitch, if the customer says in the beginning, the middle, wherever, anything about money, we never talk about money until we want to talk about money. You're the advisor. You're not a telemarketer. You're not selling car insurance. You're not doing Geico or Safe Auto and quoting the lowest premium to get the best price. I can tell you right now, the lower the premium, the worse the business. That's a fact. You ask any veteran in this business, they'll tell you that. They're the first ones to cancel. They're the first ones to NSF. So, when they bring up anything about money, it's very simple. It's a very simple response. Don't worry about that, Mrs. Customer. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Because I'm in control. I'm controlling the sales setting. You know, again, yes, we want to make a sale, but we want to make sure they understand that when they're gone, I'm going to step up and take care of the problem, the need, the burden. I'm going to be there when they're not there. So you have to give that image, that confidence that I know what I'm doing, and I'm not ready to talk about money just yet. Money's last on my mind. We want to see if we can get you qualified. Then when we get you qualified, I got to get you through underwriting. Then we'll figure out the money. Now, obviously, you got to figure out before underwriting, but that's the idea you have to take into it. Listen, everybody's going to balk at this. People are always going to want to think about it, talk to their kids, check their budget, take their dog for a walk, feed their goldfish, whatever their objection is. They're going to say something, but what they're saying is, I'm afraid to spend what little money I have. Or I'm just afraid to spend money. It's not about because you're on the phone. They don't want to give out their bank info, their social. Those are all objections. The real objection in this business is only one thing and one thing only: money. They don't want to part with it. So when they bring up the money, it doesn't matter what you say. They just want you to say something so they can respond with no. No, I don't want this. No, we're not going to do it that way. Just forget it. Don't waste my time. So that's where you got to tell them, I'll get to that in a minute. I hear it every day in my office, my top agents, when they say, I'm going to get to that, don't worry about it. I know the customer brought up something that wasn't the right time to discuss, and it's usually money. So my point to this is, whatever they say during the pitch, you stay on pitch. If you're a brand new agent, you stay on pitch and make sure they understand you're reading a script. Now, don't tell them you're reading a script. My point to that is, read the script. Don't try and be slick. Don't try and talk all this extra fluff, because you're going to form bad habits. And what happens then? Down the road, when the customer pulls you off script, you're not going to know how to get back on script because you don't have a good habit. So I want to keep this on closing. I'm going to tell you how to get the right premiums. So when you get to the point where you're going to develop 3 plans for them, it says right in my script, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at 3 different plans you may qualify for. It's going to take me just a minute or two. Hold the line. Now, whether you're an external manually dialing or you're doing our dialer, mute the line. If your line's not muted, 1, you may say something under your breath forgetting they're there, but 2, you're going to feel like you have to talk to them. And then you're going to rate a male with a female. You're going to rate a female with a male. You're going to rate a non-smoker with a smoker rate and a smoker with a non-smoker rate. You're going to make mistakes. Mute the line. It's okay. They can sit there in silence. They probably got the TV on mute. So mute the line. Then what you're going to do is you're not going to care how much coverage they have. You're not going to care what they told you their budget is if they did. You're not going to care if they're telling you that they're living in government housing or a trailer with holes in the floor. Forget about all that. Follow me. Because remember, I make money when you make money. So I'm only going to tell you something that's going to make us money. And this is one of them. Don't worry about what they have or what they don't have. If they have insurance, they don't have insurance. If they have a checking account or a savings account. If they have a prepaid card or a direct express card. I make this so simple for you. Follow my pitch. Start the first plan out of 3 plans. Start the first plan somewhere around $50 a month. In all my years of doing this, that's the golden rule. That's the average affordability of a plan. Even if they tell you, and I heard this today, a guy wants to hear what $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000 was. At his age and health, $10,000 was $70-some. Now this is a brand new agent, and I saw him start writing it down. I said, no. Let's see what 6,000 is. 6,000 was like 40 in the high 40s. We started there. And we showed him 6,000, 7,000, and 20,000. Wherever that magic premium is, $45 to $50, that's where you're going to start. Doesn't matter if it's guarantee issue or modified. Okay? Start there. I promise you, I'm going to get you better premium. But the other thing I see agents do is they'll do that. They'll go 5, 10, and 15,000, 10, 12, and 15,000. There's nothing there. There's nothing there for the customer to compare. The customer's looking at the bottom line. Yeah, of course they want $1 million in coverage, but at the end of the day, they're going to look at what's this going to cost me? I'm on a fixed income. How much am I going to spend? So they're going to listen to your premium and listen to the method of this madness. Listen to the secret in my special sauce. You start somewhere around $45, $50 a month. I'm just going to use an example. Let's just say $10,000. This is just an example. Let's say $10,000 is $48 a month. I'm going to show them $10,000, $11,000, and the maximum amount of coverage. Yeah, the maximum amount of coverage is going to be $100 and some, $200 and some. That's fine. We just had someone pick that last week. My agent, she had a great day. She wrote like $2,400 in premium that day off of that sale. It will happen, and it was a good case. Most of the time it's not. So that high premium is going to make the first two sound that much more affordable. Okay? So when you go through the 3 plans and you get to the point where you need to ask the customer to pick one, they may ask you, what was the first one? What was the second one? Don't get all nervous. Just answer their question. Oh, the first one, that was $10,000, and it was $48.92 a month. You notice even I didn't say $48.92 a month. It's all about verbiage. If you're new or if you're a veteran, remember, I want you to make money. Please trust me on that. Even that little key right there helps out. And just answer their question and then be silent. It's so hard to be silent. I'm constantly running around the office giving the cut sign. Like, shh, don't say that. No, shh. Because it's true in this business. You talk first, you're done. Give them the price, tell them to pick one, and then stop. If they ask you a question, answer it, and then stop. But most of the time, they're going to look at the good plan and the better plan. And because our folks are on limited fixed incomes, they don't want to come off cheap or broke, or they don't have that much money. So what they're going to do is they're going to look at the first and the second plan. The first plan, let's say, was $48.92 for $10,000, and $11,000 was $55. And in their mind, or even out loud or under their breath, they're going to start saying, well, $10,000, but for a little bit more, I can get the $11,000. You know what? I'll go with the middle one. 9 times out of 10, they're going to pick the middle one. And if you add up that little extra premium over the course of 12 months, that's a lot of extra premium you got just by following my system. That's it. And don't do this. If they pick one, don't start congratulating them and that's a really good plan and boy, I think you're really making the right decision for your family. Don't do that. That's a nervous twitch. Just keep following the script. That's just it. We make it so simple. Just follow the script. Just keep reading the script. You can warm down with them after the deal's done. But I see so many agents start talking and then they say something and then they lose the deal. Customer wants to think about it. They want to talk to their kids. They want to check their budget when they already had the deal. Now, you go through those 3 plans and you ask them to pick one and they tell you, you know what, I just can't afford any of those. This is where we call the 3-strike rule, just like in baseball. Again, I had this happen today with an agent. The guy just couldn't afford any of the ones we showed him. And the agent starts talking and hemming and, well, you can always make changes. No, don't do that. We want something that they're comfortable with today, not something that they think they can handle today, because they're not going to call you to make changes. They're going to call and cancel. So all you do is you start over. You show them 3 lower plans, and don't go all the way down to $20. Just show them like $1,000 or $2 less, and then you do the same thing again. Okay, what I did is I put together 3 new plans, and you just do the same thing. Read the closing script. If they still tell you that they can't afford any of that, and they're adamant, now you've got the 3rd swing, and you just say, hey, on your worst month of the year, what could you comfortably set aside? And if they say, well, I just don't have even $5, well, they just wasted your time. Thank them for their time and move on to the next call. Or they're going to tell you, well, I'm looking for something around $20 a month. Great. Now they just told you, if you can find me something for around $20, I'll buy from you today. Then that's where you go and you get those low premiums. But if you're constantly starting off at these low premiums and you're just throwing prices out there against the wall, you will never have a consistent sales record in this business. So you got 30 seconds left here. I challenge you, follow my script. I promise you it works. Because if you make money, I make money. And I want you to make a lot of money. And I want you to do it the right way. All right, thank you.